Samach Hamud Beis, the beginning of David. Samach Hamud Beis, the beginning of David. Anichnas lebeis hakisei. Oimer. Now every person, as we know, ki malochov yitzah veloch, yishmocho bechol drochecha. So bechol drochecha, a person has two malachim walking beside him. As the Gemara says in Tainis, the Gemara says that every person has two malachim. So these malachim, when he's going now to the Beis HaKisei, it's not a covet for them to go in. He tells them azoi, "Iskamdu mechubodim, g'doishim, v'shol sayel, tnu covet le'lekei Yisrael, harupu mimenu, leave me now just for a few minutes, ad she'kones, I'm going to go in ve'eser etzoini, ve'ovo yalechem, I'm going to come back to you." Amar Abaye, lo ilei me'ini shoche. Person shouldn't say, "Help me, leave me and then I'm going to come back to you." Why? Because they might not turn back. Amar Abaye, lo ilei me'ini shoche. Dil meshav kelei, ve'az le'osle. They're not going to wait for him. So how should he say? What should be the nusach? Leime, shumeruni, shumeruni, azuruni, azuruni, samchuni, samchuni, amtinuli, amtinuli, wait to me, ache kones ve'eitze shekein darko shem le'olah. That's human life, that's nature, and maybe that's what you should come and wait for me. And the Prisha explains because when the person comes in, so you should come and tell them, I'm mevater on my own shmire for the cover of the Rebbeinu Shlomo. The Masechet today, we don't say it. There's a few reasons. Abu Ram comes and says because this was then when there was it was only then when there was tzaddikim, and they could feel that they have malachim, and they could see the malachim, you could speak to the malachim. Today they're not tzaddikim, you don't say it. And the Machazik Brachot brings in Shulchan Aruch, we don't say it because it was only then there was an Amsha Basadis. That means the Beis HaKisei was Basadis. The Beis HaKisei was Basad, and there was a chashash of mazikim. So you tell them, wait for me till I come back. But today is not noyig. The Gaon says, what's the lashon over here? Shomruni, Shomruni, Azruni, Azruni, Samchoni, Samchoni, the thing. Because as we said, there's of there bechol drochecha, ki malach yitzah veloch lishmocha bechol drochecha. There's two malachim. So that's why he's saying a double lashon. Shomruni, Shomruni, Azruni, Azruni, Samchoni, Samchoni for each one of the malachim. Says the Gemara. When today, as we said, we don't say it. I didn't say we don't have the malachim. We don't say it. We don't say it.
Really nice.
Huh? Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, we don't say it. Not that we don't have the malachim. We do have the malachim, but we don't say it. There's a mashmoyes. We say that only the tzaddikim have the malachim, and today they don't have tzaddikim. But the Moruk Tzio brings to Yashayla a right that also Rishoyim have malachim. Okay, we're not going to go into the thing, but there's also a discussion. Let's see the bracha what you make after you go out. It says the Gemara. Kinofik. When a person goes out to the Beis HaKisei, he does a bracha. Now, someone in Ochoname who what's the pshat when he goes out to the Beis HaKisei? We know in the morning we say also Asher Yotzar, also without going out to the Beis HaKisei. So what's the pshat? So Amud Ram says already because when you say the Asher Yotzar, you're saying it on Bria Sa'odom. And a person in the morning is a Berye Chadosho, so new Berye. So you're saying Asher Yotzar even without you being Yoitzel in a cover, even without being Yoitzel in a cover. Look, the Gemara. Kino Afi Goimer. Boruch Asher Yotzar Son B'chochmo U'Vorovoi Nekovim Nekovim Chalolim Chalolim Golui V'Yodua Lifnei Chisei Chavredecho שאם פוסח אחד מהם או יסוסים אחד מהם אי אפשר לעמוד לפניך. And my chosim, what's the bracha what he says after that? Omar Rav, Roi v'choilim. Omar Shmuel, Koshavinu, Abbe is Rav. Rav is called Abbe. Koshavinu, Abbe, Rav come and turn everyone, the whole world, into choilim. Lekula al mektzire, ktzire is a choile. Elo, Roi v'chol boso, any person. Roi v'Rav Sheishis Omar, Mafli la'asos. Omar Rav Pope, like Rav Pope always tells us, right? The last dapim we had them already 3 times. That he says the same idea. Ilkach, therefore, Neimrinu letarvayu. We say also Roi v'chol boso, Mafli la'asos. You should say both. So in this nusach of Asher Yotzar, so let's go over it again, because we find in Ochonam the Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch is Simen Vav, but Derech Klan Shulchan Aruch comes and gives Piskei Halachos. It doesn't come and explain us the words. Suddenly over here, he comes and explains us the words. What is every word by word comes to Shulchan Aruch and explains us what is the bracha of Asher Yotzar. So the Shulchan Aruch and Siman Vav brings three different biurim in the Rishonim. What's the mashmos of the bracha b'chalal? Is the mashmos of the bracha on Bria Sodom? HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the person, and on that the Shulchan Aruch come and thanking. That's one mehalach what we're saying. Another mehalach is not on the Bria Sodom, just what? On the goof. The goof, even though, as we can see in Rashi later on, what the mafli also is, says Rashi, that the goof is like a noid moli ruach, hollowed, full of wind, and full of hair. And even though there is over there nekovim, even though there is over there holes, it stays, the air stays inside, right? The ruach stays inside, and that's a pele. So that's what we come to thank on. Or Histoisus brings away from the Tanchume that Bechokmo, the Yetziras order was Bechokmo. What is Yetziras order Bechokmo? Because Baruch Hu came and gave them food before he created them. That was the Chokhmah. As the Histoisus brings away, Lekach Nivro Be'erev Shabbos, Kedish Ikonos Esudem Yad. Straight away, Histoisus over here brings in the beginning of the Omed, the first Histoisus over in the Omed. Asher Yotzar son Chokhmah, Tanchume, Va'ivro Elokim es Odom Omar Avboin בחוכמה, שיסכים לסנויסו, ואחר כך בואי, היינו דאמר, סנהדרין, בסעיף פרק אחד דיני ממונס, לקח ניבו בערב שבס, כדי שייכונס לסעודו מיד. על כן יוסדו אשר יוצר סעודום, בחוכמה, that is נכונה בדחוכמה. The Maharsha explains that what's the אשר יוצר סעודום בחוכמה? בחוכמה he says that דווקא the Odom has the חוכמה. מה שאין כן, all of the rest of the בעלי חיים, they don't have the Chokhmah, they don't have the Chokhmah. So when we start, that's the bracha of Asher Yotzar Sodom bechokhmah. Then uvarovoi nekovim. The nekovim is Rashi says, what's the nekovim? Says Rashi, this is the min nekovim psuchim. Oisosem echomim says Rashi, min nekovim psuchim. Kegoin hape oyachoitem oipi atabas. That's the nekovim psuchim. That's what Rashi says. That's the nekovim psuchim. So nekovim, chalulim. Now Rashi over here says chalolim, right? If you could say sheima posach echo min chalolim. What's the chalolim? You go in halev, keres, oyamein. So Rashi comes and says you say chalolim, drif, and that's the nusach. I think in nusach Ashkenaz. That is chalulim, not chalolim. Is chalulim, and the Beis Yosef explains why. Because a halal, what's a halal? Something that's hollowed. It's not shaykh a bria no halal. How is shaykh a bria no halal? I created the halal is the middle, right? The middle is the halal. Hollowed. Something that's hollowed is the halal. On something that is hollowed, how is shaykh a bria? Mimele he says you don't say halal. As I said, the Beis Yosef, you don't say chalolim. You can say chalulim. Well, you know already. The Taz brings down that the creation of the halal. That means we're talking about the stomach, the around what creates the halal. That is what we're making a bracha on. It's not on what's inside the halal, because inside the halal is not shaykh habriya, as we said. Not shaykh habriya on the middle of the halal, because that's nothing. It's empty. What we're coming and thinking is on the around and around of the cholol, of the chalulim. Good.
Last line of Tosfos that we just mentioned. What's it mean about Cain, Yistel, Asher Yotzar, what's it going to do?
That is Asher Yotzar.
What's it going to do the first part? The first part created food before he created.
That's the Chokhmah.
Yeah,
that's the Chokhmah. That is the Chokhmah. Yeah, that is the Chokhmah. Because Baruch Hu created a person with the Chokhmah. That first he created the person, and only after he created the Suda, then he created the person. That is the Chokhmah of the Bria Sodom. It was created after the Suda. The two things that you should say chalulim. Why? If we take the word chalolim, what's the gematria of chalolim? Lamed is 60. Mem is another 40, 100. Another yud is 110, 118. Chalolim. Chalolim plus chalolim. How much is 100 in? As we said, 18 plus 118, 136. 236, right? 236. That's chalolim. But if you come and add over the chalulim, each one has another 12. Each one has another 6, is another 12. Another 12 is the ramach. And that's what we want to say, says the Torah. You say chalulim, the coming to Meramez for the Ramach Eivorim. The Ramach Eivorim. And the God says that every Eiver and Eiver out over here, Brie, and that's what we come and think. Okay. Sheim, Iposeach, kol v'yudua, lifnei chisei chavoidecho. What is the chisei kevu? Kum tarayim over chisei kevoidecho. How comes in over chisei kevoidecho? So explains the Goyen, that we dafke over him mention chisei kevoidecho because the Apikosim, they come and say that the Rebbe created the world, for sure. Just what? He has time to come and be busy with us and with these small things of every human being that the niedrigste Sachen. That's why we come and saying, no, fakir, this is the biggest Rai Livnei Chisei Chavoidecho. Why? He says that this is Kisei is Gimatria Teva. Yeah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in the Teva, Kisei Chavoidecho. That's why we're mentioning Dafka over here, Livnei Chisei Chavoidecho. Sheim, says the Pasuk. Sheim, it's not the Pasuk, it's a Bracha. Sheim Yiposeach Echod Meyem, of what? Of these Chalolim that are closed, as we said, כגוין הלב, או הכרס, או המעיים, as Rashi said. או יסוסם אחד מהם. One of these נקובים, as Rashi says, כגוין הפה, או יכויתם, או פי הטבעס. So what's going to be? אי אפשר. These נקובים, what's the נקובים? That's the pe. So the Shulchan Aruch explains, what's the pe over here? It says when a fetus, his mouth is closed, and when he goes out, the mouth opens. That's the Iposeach echol mehem or Yisosem echol mehem. It refers on the peh when on Yetziras Adam. On the peh, the Ashayata is on Yetziras Adam. So this small baby, when he will be in his mother's womb, if it was Iposeach, it doesn't have a kiyum. But after he leaves out from the mother, if it will be Yisosem, he wouldn't have a kiyum. And that's Iposeach echol mehem or Yisosem echol mehem. So he. A person has no kiyum. Oh, now the rif of it is goyres. What some say, afilu sho achas. Afilu sho achas. What the Maharam Merotenburg? The rif. The rif. The geoinim. The rif. Rabbeinu Ilfas. The Rif says the Girse comes from the Rif. The Maharam Rotburg fragt of them. He says, what? 1 hour? I can't close my mouth for 1 hour? I can close my mouth for many hours and still be alive. Even one of them, I can't close my mouth for 1 hour? I know for me it's hard to close the mouth for 1 hour. But there's people that can keep their mouth closed for an hour, and you see that they're still alive. As they zog the Maharam Merotenburg on the Rif, the fractus of a Rif. So he says you're not goyres afilu shoachas, and you shouldn't say afilu shoachas, and that's what Paskins the Mogen Avram Paskins asay. The Biragro Paskins asay. We shouldn't say afilu shoachas. The Biragro in Halachas in Shulchan Aruch, we shouldn't say afilu shoachas. But the Shulchan Aruch says you do say afilu shoachas. What's the pshat? Because this is exactly what we spoke before. Why, on what goes the bracha of Asher Yotza? If it goes on the Yetziras Adam, exactly, Zog the Shulchan Aruch, this is exactly what the Shulchan Aruch is saying. It's going on Yetziras Adam when Uber Me'imoy, and Uber Me'imoy. If he would go out with a pes sosum, if he the Mogen Avram, the Maharam Rotenburg, the Goyen, the pshat is going on as we learn Pashtus on every time, on the Yitzir of a person. That's going to be nafkemin if we say afilu shoachas, or we don't say afilu shoachas. Okay, we spend. Let's just finish. So roifei chol basar. What we pass in Nechoname umafli lasei. So what is the pele? What is the pele? So Rashi says umafli lasei. Let's see Rashi inside. Keneged she'aguf cholul k'moy noid. Ve'anoid hazeh. Anoid is full of ruach. Ve'anoid hazeh im yesh boi neked. You have a balloon. What happens if you do over there, hold the balloon? No. Ein haruach oy mit der Aber v'HaKadosh Baruch Hu boras Adam b'chachmo, u'varav nekovim ha'arbei, ve'af al pi kein, haruach b'soichoi kol yemei chayov. V'zo hi, that is Peliyah and Chochmeh, that is roifei chol basar, u'mafli, that's the mafli la'asois it doesn't go out. The ruach doesn't leave. The person goes out. The Goin explain what's the mafli lasos. He says the mafli lasos is the pele is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes and takes the neshama in the goof and puts them together, because the neshama itself doesn't need food. The neshama doesn't need food. Masechet. If you leave the neshama a few days without food, the neshama would leave the body. So the neshama needs food. That doesn't need food. If you don't give food for the goof a few days, the neshama is going to leave him. So the neshama, that's exactly the chibur over here. The Brachot does between the neshama and the goof. That's the mafli lasos. Okay, so we spend a bit of time, as the Shulchan what he says, that the Shulchan over here spend time because he goes into, if it's a Birkas HaShvach, it's a Birkas, what is this bracha? It's a Birkas HaIdoy, Pashtus. It's not a Birkas HaNenin. If it's a Birkas HaNenin, right? Birkas HaNenin only if you want to do something. I want to drink a cup of water, I make a bracha. Over here it's also Baal Kochoi, so it's not a Birkas HaNenin. Birkas HaShvach, I should do it once a day. I do it many times a day. What is it exactly? Okay, the Shulchan is ma'arich in this, but it's very important to know the pshat of it. As we said, the Shulchan Aruch himself. Let's continue. It's getting late. Says the Gemara. Okay, so we say so the Gemara. Oh, now we come to a new thing. Omar Anichnas Lishan. A person is about to go to sleep. At night. Also sagt der Rambam von der Rambam is mashal that this is dafke balaylo. Anichnas lishon is dafke balaylo. Why? Because krishme shalamito is balaylo, so also they come and do the bocham amapil also at night. If someone's go then nochaname by day, he's not going to need to come to make the bocham. Why? Because the shmir is on the mazikim. And at night there's mazikim. Sorry, what do you say?
Yeah, it's also it means at night.
If a person works at night and goes to sleep by day, he's not going to need. Why? It's only a shvir in a mazikin. The mazikin is at night. Anichnas lishon amitosai. Oimer. So amitosai nochanam, as you say, you're not going to sleep over there. Yeah, it's only dafkan mitosai. So you make the bracha. The shaila is just mamish a shaila that I'm sure everyone has the shaila. We know Tosef says that you don't make a bracha on going to sleep in the sukkah. Why? You're maybe not going to fall asleep. Right? Babu said Tosef. The why over here we say a person make a muffin. Maybe he's not going to fall asleep. The same like a person. Yeah, you don't make a bracha. You don't make a bracha when going to sleep in a sukkah. You might not fall asleep. So the same thing also, maybe a person's not going to chash bracha levatole. Maybe you're not going to fall asleep.
The bracha in the sukkah is being in the sukkah, nothing to do with sleeping. When you eat, you make the bracha in the sukkah has nothing to do with the shaila. You make bracha being in the sukkah, drink it. Hey, you don't. You eat it. The point is nothing to do with sleeping or eating.
What? The person is going to sleep. You make a bracha mapil. You don't make. Tosha says you don't make a bracha on going to sleep in the sukkah. You don't. Yeah. Why? Because you might not fall asleep. It's going to be a bracha levatole.
The bracha is not on the sleeping. The bracha is being in the sukkah.
Tosha says you don't make a bracha on sleeping on the sukkah because you might not fall asleep. So if a person just goes into a sukkah to go to sleep, you don't make a bracha. You don't make a bracha. Okay. So there's a few things. The Goin says in Birag because in Ochaname the etzem bracha of Birkas Hamapil was not nitaken on the sleeping itself, is on the going to sleep. And even if he's
what's the difference?
If he's not going to fall asleep, that's not the make a bracha. He's still, it's not a bracha levatole.
It's not a problem.
It's not a bracha levatole. By a sukkah, yeah, on trying to go to sleep. On trying to go to sleep. That's the bracha. By a mapil is on the trying to go to sleep. Hanichnas, that's the mashmos. Hanichnas, on the going to sleep, that is the bracha. It's not the etzem hashena, it's on going to sleep. For example, he brings an example like b'dikas chometz. B'dikas chometz is, well, it's a preparing, exactly. On preparing in Ochoname to do the bil chometz, you make a b'dikas chometz, you make a bracha.
The question, why you don't make a bracha on going in the sukkah? If you're nichnas,
not a mapil. We're not talking about mapil in the sukkah. Because sleeping, that's the thing. That's the thing in the sukkah. You don't make a bracha on going in the sukkah. You make a bracha on sleeping in the sukkah. Sleep in the sukkah you don't, because you may not fall asleep. Because that's on the sleep itself. That's on the sleep itself. And that's why you don't make a bracha. That's exactly the difference, as Tosha says. The Chayyim says that the Birkas HaMapil is not talking about sleeping exactly. It's on Minag Ha'olam. Most people fall asleep eventually. So that's the thing. On the Minag Ha'olam, he says. Minag Ha'olam is to fall asleep when a person lies down in bed. He falls asleep, Roiv Ha'olam, the majority of the world. But that's the bracha. Bracha is on the majority of the world. So let's see what's the bracha. Ani Chazir Avito Asoi. Sukkah is on the sleep itself, and you're not sure. It's a bracha levatol. It could be. So Ani Chnas Lishon Al Avito Asoi Mash Oimer. So you're going to come and say Mishma Yisrael from the pasuk of Shema Yisrael Ad Ve'oyo Im Shomoya. That means he doesn't have to come to say the whole Seder of Shema Yisrael till the end. Only Mishma Yisrael Ad Ve'oyo Im Shomoya. And then what he's going to say then, Ve'oimer Boch. And after he comes and he finishes the Ve'oyo Im Shomoya, he's going to come and say that Nochoname is Amapil. Boch Amapil Chevle Sheino Al Einoi. Usnumo al afapoi, umeir leisho im bas ein, yeyotzoi. B'fonecha Hashem Elokai shitashkiveni lesholom. Saying chelki. Yeah, that's the Isofe says of the Gosa says this is the Isofe from the Reb Amram Goen. Zui to Isefe Reb Amram Goen. Also the Goen over in Ois base, in Ois base. Okay, so he says Boch Hamap B'Chev leisheinu al eina yusnumo al afapai. What's the difference in Sheina and Snuma? We have a Amar Chevle Sheina Alena, Usnuma Mafapai. What's Sheina? What's Tnuma? The God says in Mishlei that the difference in Sheina and Tnuma is Sheina is Bitul HaMachshava. A person's mom is a deep sleep. Tnuma is only his eyelashes are closed, but he's still thinking about things. So it's Sheina and Tnuma is two different things. That's Senumo al afapai. The afapaim is the eyelashes. It's sheino al einoi, a deep sleep. Usnumo al afapai. Yeah. Umeir leishim bas ein. What's the lashon bas ein when a person is very tired? Very tired. Yeirotei fonecho. Hashem Elokai shetashkiveni lesholom. V'sein chelki v'seirosecho. ותרגילני לידי מצווה, ואל תרגילני לידי עבירה, ואל תרגילני לא לידי חטא, ולא לידי עוון, all of these בקושס, ולא לידי ניסוי, ולא לידי ניסוי, ואיש לא יתבי יצר אורה, ביצר טוב, יצר טוב, ועל איש לא יתבי יצר אורה, ותצילני מפגע רור מחלוים רואים, ואל יבהלוני רעיוני, או חלוים יסוי, ואל יבהלוני חלוים יסרוים, וירורים רואים, ותהי מיתוסי שלמו לפניכו, that there shouldn't be a פסול בזרי, Ve'oir einai, and this is a pasuk in Tehillim, based on the pasuk in Tehillim. Ve'oir einai, pen ishan a moves. Baruch ato Hashem, hameir lo'olam kuloi bichvoidoi. So hameir lo'olam kuloi bichvoidoi is hameir lo'olam kuloi bichvoidoi. Is the difference in Chonam and Girsos over there. What is the end of the pasuk of the Baruch and what we say? Now we're going to speak about the Birkus HaShachar. Birkus HaShachar. What Rabbi Yoine says that in the time of the Gemara they were Gdoishim and Toirim. As I talked to Rabbi Yoine, they were Gdoishim and Toirim, and they were Zehirim v'Taharas Yedayim. Rabbi Yoine, they were Zehirim v'Taharas Yedayim, and they woke up. They didn't have a Tumah Yadayim. They could come straight away and make a bracha. Today, we are not Gdoishim and Toirim and Zehirim v'Taharas Yedayim. We have to wash their hands first before we say the brachas of Birkas HaShachar. So the Birkas HaShachar, what they would say, they would come and say it al Seder of the Birkas HaShlach, on the Seder of thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu for everything. Something is done, he comes and he thanks. So let's see it inside. It says the Gemara. Kimisal. So a person slept the whole night. Okay, he had the chaloimos wherever it is. Now he wakes up. Let's see what's the brachas what he does. Says the Gemara. Kimisal. When the person wakes up. Oimer, Elokai. So the first thing he says, Elokai neshama shelo to be in this bracha. He doesn't know put a baruch. Why we don't start with the bracha? Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu mechoylom. Why doesn't start with the bracha? Because beforehand you say Asher Yotzar, and Asher Yotzar is a bracha smucha lechaverto. Bracha smucha lechaverto. We don't make a bracha. That's the reason. Elokai neshama shelo to be Toiro. This is Toir. as we said in the Gemara before, in the few Medalef, remember, Ma Kodesh Baruch Hu Toir, Af Neshama Tohira, Af Neshama Tohira. Ato Yatzarto Bi, Ato Nefachto Bi. He says 3 different Neshonas. Why? Because the Neshama in the Lashon of the Pasuk, the Neshama has 3 different Chalokim. It has the Nefesh, has the Ruach, and has the Neshama. As it the Maharsha. Maharsha says it's Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama. So he's coming to thank for the Neshama. He says 3 different Neshonas. Ata Berosobi, that's Keneged the Nefesh. The Nefesh Aktivi, says the Maharsha. Ato Yetzarto Bi, that's the chelik of the Chiyuni, Ato Yetzarto Bi. And Ato Nefachto Bi, that's Keneged the Neshama, that's the chelik HaSichli, as I said the Maharsha. And Va'ipach, as we know, Va'ipach Be'apov Nishmas Chaim. Va'ipach Be'apov Nishmas Chaim. Says the Gemara weiter. Ve'ato Meshamro Bekirbi, and the Shlo says Ve'ato Meshamro Bekirbi, not B. Why not B? Why Bekirbi? B, because it means myself. Bekirbi, you are Meshameret Bekirbi. ואתה עושה דלית לא ממנני ולהחזיר או בי לא עושה לא בוי כל זמן שהנשום בקיר במוי דני לפניך השם אלוקי ולוקי אביסאי ריבוי כל העולמים אדוי כל הנשומויס ברוך אתה השם המחזיר נשומויס לפגור עם עשים. So that's the first bracha what he commonly says. Okay, we could go and explain word by word, but that's not the purpose of the shir, so that's just the idea to get the idea. Says the Gemara Shoma ki shoma kol tarnegoil. When he hears the kol tarnegoil, and what's the Tarnagoil? So Toysves says, Kishoma says Toysves that if he didn't hear the Tarnagoil, he's not going to make a bracha. Like Toysves, nein, macht echt a bracha. Vu adin afilu ki lo yishoma. If he didn't hear the Tarnagoil, he will also make the bracha. Why? Because the bracha comes on what? On the in a bracha lo lavchone ala noas oiro. The say like a Tarnagoil is mavchin vu ne'ene min oiro. The Tarnagoil has hanoeh. We are making the same thing. The idea is on the havchona of the oil. There's oil now. It was oil now. It was choshech. It's not a idoy. It's not a idoy on what I'm seeing. It's the idoy on the matzev. That there was a matzev of oil and a matzev of choshech, and there's a difference between the two. Leime. So what he says, Leime Baruch Asher Nosan. The girsa is Noisen or Asher Nosan. Yeah, that depends on it. La sechvi. What's a sechvi? A sechvi is a tarnagoil. A tarnagoil, right? What's the posuk over there? Mi nosan la sechvi bino. Posuk in Iyov. Mi nosan la sechvi bino. Sechvi is a tarnagoil. So we can be thinking about la sechvi bino leavchi beyoim uvein loilo. Ki posach eine when a person opens up his eyes in the morning. Leben boch bekech ivrim. Ki toritz when he straightens on his bed. Veyasi when he sits down. Leime baruch matir asurim. What's the pshat? Why Matir Asurim? What's the Matir Asurim? So the God explains the field before in the Daf Chav Ches Amud Beis we saw that Rabbi Yochanan, the Talmidim, Rabbi Yochanan Zakai, was not well. The Talmidim come in and they ask him, "Why are you crying?" So he says, "I'm going now lifnei Melech. Sheimo Yisrani Isur Oilam." That means Misa is a Isur Oilam. Sheina is echad mishishi mimisa, so it's a isur. So when a person wakes up in the morning, he says matir asurim on this chelik. Ki lavish when he gets dressed with his begodim, with his clothes, leime. He makes the bracha. Boch mal bisharon. Ki zokif when he stands up, leime boch zoikim kufufim. Ki nochis lare. He puts his foot on the ground. Leime boch roika aoretz alamoim. Because that is now when a person feels that there's a ground, he could walk, he feels there's something underneath him, even though the water is lighter than the earth, so that's the whole world should be full of water, and that's what we're thinking on every morning. That's a big shvach. Ki maske, when he starts to walk, leime bo hameichin mitzadei gover, or the girsa of the Sefer HaAgudah is asher heichin mitzadei gover. And that's also Miloshin Oval, right? Because it's based on a pasuk. Ki ato tzadi tispoil. A pasuk in Iyov. Ki ato tzadi tispoil is also Miloshin Oval. Ki say mesane when he puts on his shoes. Leime boch she also likol tzolki. He makes also Miloshin Oval. The Kodesh Baruch Hu was in the beginning of the Bria. Kodesh Baruch Hu came and it was mashli the person on the behemoth that we could have the right to take a behemoth, to shecht it, and to eat the meat, and to do from the skin shoes. Ki osar heimne, when he puts on his avnate, his belt, leme boch oizer Yisrael begvura. Ki porish sudre, when he puts over there his hat or anything, any kisui. That's what Tosha says. Wadin lechol koyo, lechol kisui. That's what Tosha brings over here. If you look at Tosha's ki porish sudre al reisha, Tosha says any koiva or any kisui, if he has a noy from it. But if he doesn't have a noy from it, if he's lying on his bed, he should make a bracha, because that's what the same thing he says. Mal Misharim says Tosha. Okay, leime boch oiter Yisrael besif or dafke. That's dafke by Yisrael, not by a thing. Why? Because only Yisrael is not allowed to go with the Gilui Rosh. Huh? Also, these three brachas of Shalosh Ani Goy, Shalosh Ani Isha, and Shalosh Ani Oved, there's no bow down over here. Why? Because it's not from the Birkat HaShach. It's not something that when it happened and now you're saying, oh, Shalosh Ani Goy. When? Over here is things that I'm doing, and as I'm doing it is a thing. But Shalosh Ani Goy belongs to a different section, or we can see it, the Gemara in Menachos, Shalosh Ani Goy. Shalosh Ani Goy, we have to say there's a different type of bracha, because let's say Pekach Ivrim. Mati Asurim. I could have waken up blind, thank you HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I could see. I could have waken up as a goy, and thank you HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we're not waking up a goy. Some people hope, but it doesn't happen. It's a different type of thing. When we come to Menachos, we could spend a lot of time on this, as we spend on the Shur and Tefillah, but but it's a different type of a bracha. Says the Gemara weiter. So he says, this is dafke vaya Yisrael. Ki me'atef tzi v'tzitzis leme bo chashak yishon v'tzitzis v'tzivonu leisate v'tzitzis ki manach tefillin adari means on his roya, on his hand. He makes a bracha leme bo chashak yishon v'tzitzis v'tzivonu leoniach tefillin. And when he puts on the reishe leme bo chashak yishon v'tzitzis v'tzivonu al mitzvahs tefillin. And Tosha over here goes in that first we can say zroya, and that's why we start with the zroya lehoniach, but shel rosh he says only al mitzvahs. Why? Because he began already with the mitzvah. He began already with the mitzvah. And Tosha is fragt over here on Rashi. Rashi is not by uns, on Rashi and Menachos, that you don't make two brachas. Only if he spoke between soch bein tfilo le tfilo, right? Le tfilo shel yal, le tfilo shel rosh. But without below soch, if he didn't speak in between, he makes one bracha. And in the Gemara is mashma that he makes two bracha even without soch. As I fragt Tosha on Rashi from our Gemara. Says the Gemara weiter. Some have the meaning, yes, because Says the Gemara weiter. Ki Moshe Yodei, when he washes his hand, and there's a chiyuv to wash his hand, the Beis Yosef brings in Siman Dalet, there's a chiyuv to wash their hands every morning. Leime boch asher kedishon yitois v'tzivanu al netilas yodoi. Ki Moshe Ape, when he's washing his face, leime boch amavi chev leishenu me'enu yistum al chapoi v'yirotza v'yifonecho Hashem l'kai shetargileini. A person, if he goes achar a hergel, the Goy says in Mishlei, if he goes achar the hergel nasa teva, and that's why a person should always come and say, shetargileini v'serosecho, v'dapikeini b'mitosecho, ve'al tevi'eini, lo yidei chei v'lo yidei ovay v'lo yidei nisay v'lo yidei vizayin, v'choy v'sitzi l'ishtar bedloch, and v'rachkeini me'odom ro, u'v'chover ro, v'dapikeini v'yitzer atoy v'chover atoy v'oilom acho, v'titneini hayoim, u'v'chol yoim, lechein, u'lechesed, u'lerachamim, לכן וחסד, לכן ולחסד ולרחמים בעיניך ובעיני כל רואי, וסיגמלני חסודים טויבים, ברוך אתה השם, גוימל חסודים טויבים, לעמוי ישראל. הקדוש ברוך הוא saves כלל ישראל from חטא.
That's why it's talking about washing your hands after he's put on his tefillin. Shouldn't he put on his tefillin first? Shouldn't he wash his hands beforehand?
When?
It's saying here about washing
So what we spoke about, we started with the Rabbeinu Yoina, remember? So look at the Rabbeinu Yoina. Says the Gemara weiter. The guy says in Ochanam, this is talking about the tefillah. It's not talking about Stam washing your hands. For sure, you're going to have to wash his hands beforehand. It's talking about the tefillah. There's many pshatim over here. What's a pshat when he's washing his hand? Look at Beis Yosef also in Siman Dalet, as we said. Okay. So the Gemara. Chayev odo levorich. We said the person has to come to bevorich al haro. Kashem shebevorich al ha-toivo. Says the Mai Chayev Odom levorich al haro kashay shemevorich al ha-toivo. Ileime kashay shemevorich al ha-toivo ha-toivo ha-meiti kach mevorich al haro ha-toivo ha-meiti. You can't say so. Why? Because now we learned the Mishnah al besor toivo soimer ha-toivo ha-meiti. Al besor soimer boruch dayon o emes. So the Mishnah said we said before, right? Bechol moridecho, all of it. Omar Rove lo initzecho. Our Mishnah has to come to tell us, Elo lekablinu besimcho. It's not the nusach haboche. When a person gets something bad, he should be mekabelet besimcho, like the same thing like he got something good. That means kashay shevorchala on the psoyos toiva. It's the same thing. He should be mevorach on the shmuos rois. Rashi says over here, levorich al midas puronus beleivov sholem. That's the lashon of Rashi. Levorich al midas puronus beleivov sholem. So a person when he comes and he says both dynamics, has to be beleivov sholem. The same like he's doing it besimcha. That's smeichim beisurim, no? Smeichim beisurim, what we say always. Okay. Omar avachem mishum rablevi. Zog the Gemara. Maikro. Where do we see from the pasuk that you have to count to make a bocha al the same thing like you do on the toiva? Says the Gemara, steht over there in the pasuk leDavid Mizmor, right? Chesed u'mishpat ashir oloch lecho Hashem asameiro. What's the mashmos? Say if you can do it in chesed, say if you can do it in mishpat. Mishpat is puranus. I will still come in ashir oloch. I will come in. Thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We learn that a person has to be meorach al oro. שבהשם מעל אל דובו, באלוהיקים מעל אל דובו. בהשם מעל אל דובו, זו מידת טויבו, why שם הוויה is חסד, is רחמים. באלוהיקים מעל אל דובו, מידת פורונוס, why כשם אלוהיקים is דין. רב תנחם אמר מאוכל. Kois Yeshuois Eso, B'Shem Hashem Eko, and then before, and what we started before, and we say, Tzoro v'Yogoin Emtzo B'Shem Hashem Eko, to come to teach us also when a person is a Tzoro v'Yogoin, he has to come and to call HaKadosh Baruch Hu Mitoich Simcha, the same like in the Zman of Yeshua, the same like in the Yeshua, the same thing over here, B'Zman, when a person is in a Tzoro. The Maharsha says, in these psukim over here, Kois Yeshuois Eso, B'Shem Hashem Eko, and then Tzor v'Yogonim, so Shem Hashem Eko, both of them are Midas Rachmim. Both of them is Shem Hashem, Avaye, Midas Rachmim. It comes to show that also the Shas Tzorah is Midas Rachmim. Also the Shas Tzorah is Midas Rachmim. Ve'Rabbonon Amre, Meoche, Hashem Nosan, ve'Hashem Lokach, Yehi Shem Hashem, Mevoiroch. We have to count the thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the same on the Lekiche, the same like on the Messina. Says the Gemara. Omar Avune, Omar Rav, Mishum Rab Meir. וכן תמנה בשביל רב עקיבא לא אילום יהיה עוד אמרוג לא יאמר כל דעוביד רחמונה לטב עוביד. Everyone should come and say לטב עוביד. That's a midas habitochen. That's a midas habitochen. A person should have midas habitochen when he comes to The Maharal says that when a person has a bitochen, that whatever HaKadosh Baruch Hu does is letoiva, with that bitochen itself, he's mehapech dera letoiv. With that bitochen itself. When a person has the bitochen, that means the bitochen, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu kol man dover rachmones, means now the famous Masechet, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, whoever does HaKadosh Baruch Hu is letoiva, he's mehapech dera letoiva. So he's like the thing. Where do we find this mile? We find this mile in the Gemara in Tainis. By Nachum Ish Gamzu. The Gemara brings over a slightly different Maise. Who is Nachum Ish Gamzu? Nachum Ish Gamzu is the Rebbe of Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva was a good Talmud. Nachum Ish Gamzu was the Rebbe of Rabbi Akiva, as we find in the Gemara in Chagiga Daf Yud Beis, that he was the Rebbe of Rabbi Akiva. And over here, the Maise what the Gemara is going to be is from Rabbi Akiva. But Nachum Ish Gamzu, why was called Gamzu? Because whenever it happened to him, he would say Gamzu letoivo. He was zoiche that also the Ra should turn in to be misapech letoivo. As the Maise over there with the king. Says the Gemara, a Maise ki od de Rabbi Akiva. David calls it Beruche. He was going in the way. Ki motelai mose. He came to a certain city. Boy Ushpisa, he wanted the Achsan, he wanted to go in. But he didn't let him go in. Omar called the Ovid Rachmona letav. Anything what the Rebbe does, probably it's a good siman. Ozal, says the Gemara, Ozal ubas bedabre. He went to sleep where? In the field. Ve'ave be'adei, he had with him, tarnikolet, to wake him up. Ve'chamre, donkey. Ve'shrage, a candle. Ose zike, came a wind, kavya l'shrage, and extinguished the negani. Ose shunre, came a cat, ate up the rooster. Ose aryeh, came a lion and ate the donkey. Chamoil, why over here there's three things. What was the three things? Chamoil, a ner, and a tarnagol. Says the Maharal, he was mafsid these three things, can they get three things what we want mafsid that if he was stay inside the city. If they would let him into the city, he would get killed. Right? So he says that one thing is that Chamoil, what he lost is Chamoil is choimer, that's the goof. The goof, physical, that's the choimer. Tarnagol is the nefesh. Right, koifer nefesh, pidyon nefesh, what we do in kaporis on the nefesh, what we do on tarnagol. Tarnagol has the inyan with the nefesh, as we know from, we say anois lasech v'bino, also depends on that, and the tarnagol has to do the nefesh, and that's keneged the nefesh. Ner is keneged the seichel. Ner Hashem, nishma sodom, keneged the neshama, and that's why he lost all these three things. Says the Gemara. Omar, kol ma dova chamone letav. Everything what the Gemara does is letav. Bei beleile that night. Ose gaise came robbers. The shavie mose. They took Nochanam and they took them and imprisoned all of the people. Omar lehu says Avakivet to the people that walked with him. Lo yamre lechu. Didn't I tell you? Kol ma she oisa kodesh baruch hu hakoil letoivo. Anything in Nochanam is letoivo. As we said beforehand, because if we would come and stay over there, what the thing, and if they would see the candle, they would see us. And if they would come and see the donkey, the donkey would neigh or something, do a noise, or the rooster would make a noise, and then they would come and yeah. The Ramchal in Das Tvunas comes to explain as well. Rabbi Akiva is teaching his people that every ra there is toiv. When this candle, or when it didn't take us into the city, or when this candle blew up, or when the tarnagol was eaten by the shunre, or the chamor was eaten by the aryeh, it was ra. But in every ra, there's also toiv. And we have to, in Nochaname, to look in Nochaname in the tachlis adoval. And if you look always in the tachlis adoval, you're always going to see the toiv. You're always going to see the good. Says the Gemara. Yeah, but this is a big noise to speak about what is exactly the thing. That's Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva, everything, kol man dover chamone, the tav of it, everything is good. But, yeah. Yeah, everything is good. No, it doesn't mean if you heard the stories. A person, he missed the bus, and then the bus had an accident. No, that's you don't have to live that way. Yeah, now is a toiva. Gamzul toiva. That's the difference here. The Maharal, that's what the Maharal says it. Maharal in the Tiva Avoida. Yeah. You know, you have people, the focus, they miss the bus, they go on the next bus. The focus, they should see that the bus was stuck with a tire or something. Focus them. It doesn't have to kill all the people on the bus because he lost the bus. But the focus, they should come and get stuck with it, a tire or something. Ve'amar Avune.
You're on the bus that got stuck. It's also
it's also Gamzil Toiva, the ones that anything is Toiva. Ve'amar Avune, Amar Rav, Mishur Rameir. Le'olam yiyu devar shel adam mu'otin lifnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Person should speak not too much in front of Shneimar. This is a pasuk in the beginning of the 5th perek in Koyeles. Al tebael is al picho. Velipcho al yemai lo iti dover lifnei Elokim, ki Elokim hashamayim, ve'ato al haaretz. Al kein, that finishes off the pasuk, iyu devorecho muotim. Al kein, iyu devorecho muotim. A person has to have an aim of ve'iro retet v'ziyah when he speaks in front of the Rabbi Shloilam. And he should have a thing. Kidai very much to look at the Ibn Ezra on this pasuk. Very, very famously Ibn Ezra. Ibn Ezra over there is going very, very sharp. It's a long Ibn Ezra. I know it's long. It's a lot of about 6-7 amudim. But over there he speaks about the Rebbe Ezra clear, the Kliri. Over there he attacks Becharifus Gedoylo Rebbe Ezra Kliri. It doesn't make sense. All the piyuti, what you say, and we shouldn't say it, and it's mamash. It's wrong to say it. Over there, on this pasuk is the Ibn Ezra. Can I to see? But after you see the Ibn Ezra, it might take a while because it's very long. Look at the Rabbi Akiva Eiger and Michtovim and the Tshuva Me'ave, Rabbi Loza Felkes, the Talmid of the Rabbi Yehuda. what we then tshuva me'ave in Chelek Aleph, similar, the first tshuva, what he comes to verändern, the beauty, what we say, Reb Lezer HaKliri, okay, we don't have now exactly time to go into it, but it's a very interesting topic. Says the Gemara, Dorash Rav Nachman, this is the Maramokar. Dorash Rav Nachman, Barav Chizde Maidechsin. It says of the pasuk not Vayotzar Elokim, how it says Vayitzer with two Yudim, right? Vayitzer Elokim is Adam, Shnei Yudim. What's a Shnei Yudim? Shnei Yetzorim Bo HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Echod Yetzer Toiv, Ve'echod Yetzer Ra. Rashi says, right? It says by a person Vayitzer two different Yetziros. Rashi says Atayre. Why? One for Yetzer Toiv, one for Yetzer Ra. Everyone is a different Yetzer, and one Loilam Hazeh, one for Tchias HaMeisim. Rashi brings it down on the Maskif lo by a baby noch an how it says. It doesn't say Vayitzer. It doesn't say Vayitzer. Why? Because by a baby there's no Yetzer Toiv and Yetzer Ra. Maskif lo Rav Nachman bar Yitzchok Elo me'ato beimo de lo yiksibo Vayitzer les lo Yitzre. There's no Yetzer. Voko chazin in the Mazke v'nashche ubate. It's mazik, it bites, it goes, it kicks. Elo kedal Shem Pasi. Don't have Shem Pasi. Oili mi yoitzri. The pshat is when we have two different yudim, oili mi yoitzri, if I'm going after the Yetzer Ra, ve'oili, if I will go mi yitzri after the Taives, and that's the Vayitzer. Two yudim, a person is saying twice vai if I go after the Yetzer Ra, vai if I go after the Taives. Inami, what's the two yudim? Kedam Yirmiyah ben Elazar. Domar Yirmiyah ben Elazar, du partzufim bo HaKadosh Baruch Hu ba'adam harishon. That means that the parts of one side was a part of Zohar, and the other side was a part of Nekeva. And then HaKadosh Baruch Hu came and divided it into two, and he did from the parts of Nekeva, Chavo, Shene'emar, Ochor vekedem tzartoni. What's tzartoni? Lashon tzure. That means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created a person, Vayitzer, with two Yudim. The Yitzir of the other was two tzures in the first Yitzir. That's what Vayiven Hashem Elokim is Atzela, right? Atzela shalokach min Odom leisha vayavi el Odom. That's the pasuk over there. What's the mashmos of the pasuk? Grav u'Shmuel. Chad Omar Tzela. What's a Tzela? Partzuf, as we said before, that two partzufim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created in two partzufim. V'chad Omar Tzela is Zonov. HaKadosh Baruch Hu took the Zonov of Odom Rishon and created from it the Isha. And that's why the Goy says when we see all the behemoths have a zonov, why? Because the Baruch Hu created the Zohar and the Nekeva, each one separately. But by Adam, it was created together, and then the Baruch Hu was mafrid the two, and that's why it was lefi this Madom. I would say that it was a zonov. What's the machloikas? The machloikas be'etzem is Moshe Shapiro used to say that the machloikas is, if we say, what's the ikar of a woman? The ikar of a woman is the kameta ezer kenegdoi, and that's the du partzufim, because the partzuf is the nearest thing to the person. The partzuf, that's the partzuf. Or, in Ochanam is kenegdoi. What's kenegdoi? We have ezer and kenegdoi. What's the ikar? The ikar is the ezer or the ezer kenegdoi? If it's ezer, it's du partzufim. If it's kenegdoi, it's the keneged the zanov. Keneged the zanov. Log the Gemara weiter. Bishloim eleman domar, lefim livishloim eleman domar. That when we say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created a person, domar parts of ein d'chsiv, ochor vekedem tzartoni. That's two partzufim. Eleman domar zon of my ochor vekedem tzartoni. It's not partzufim. Says Gemara ked Rabami, domar Rabami ochor. What is ochor? Ochor means achroin, the last. Ochor means the last. Ochor lemaise bereishis. That means ochor. Kedem, what is Kedem? Before. Before what? Before Puronus. Before the Puronus come. I understand. The Lo Ibri Ad Male Shabbate. Because the Rishon was created when? The last. Ober Elo Vekedele Puronus. Puronus the Mai. Which Puronus? Ile me Puronus the Nochosh. That means the Chet Tzadas. Otani Rabbi Omer Bigdulo. With the Gdulo means with the covered. Matchilim Min HaGodel. ובכלולו מתחילים מן הקוטן, בגדולו מתחילים מן הגודל, דכסיב וידע ומוישה אל הארץ, אלא לא זו וליסור בונו ולאיסורים, קחו, עובדי סמינכו, הנויסרס, מי שישב ויכלו מצ'יס אצל המזבח, כי קוידש קודושים היא. And because we said the words of Elozo Veisomo, so we didn't say only bono v'noisorim, we said all of the names because בגדולו מתחילים מן הגודל, ובכלולו מתחילים מן הקוטן, בתחילו נסקלקל נוחו של הסויב נסקלקל לו חבר ולבסויב נסקלקל אודום. Hello, so what's the pshat when we come and say over there the pasuk? Hello, Puranus the mabel d'chsiv. Va'imach kol hayekum. Va'imach kol hayekum. That's the Puranus of the mabel. Va'imach kol hayekum. Asher abnei adam me'odom ve'ad be'imo. And not bereishe odom ve'odar. Only then who died be'imo. The be'imo died. בישלוי מלמדו אמר פרצוף היינו דכסיב וייצר בשני יודין אלו למדו אמר זונוב מי וייצר why it says it to יודין it says it גמור כדרבי שמעון בן פזי דו אמר רבי שמעון בן פזי אוי לי מייצרי ואוי לי מיוצרי it says גמור בישלוי מלמדו אמר פרצוף היינו דכסיב זוכר ונקבה ברום because the Adam was created at the beginning with two partsufim one of a zocher one of a nekeva and then HaKadosh Baruch Hu came and was mafrid to two gufim El Mando Amar Zonov Mai Zochor Nekeva Brom. There were not Nivra Zochor Nekeva. It was Nivra as a Zonov, not as a Nekeva. Only later, wasn't it? Says the Gemara Ked Ravavo. The Ravavo Romi, he has to steer the Psukim. Ksiv Zochor Nekeva Brom. So it's mashma from the beginning there was Zochor Nekeva. Uksiv, Mitzat Sheni, it says Ki Betzelem Elokim. Also it's Adam. So from the beginning, Betzelem Elokim is they were from the beginning. HaKadosh Baruch Hu had a Zochor Nekeva. says the Gemara, okay, tzad, בתחילו לא במחשבה לבויס שניים, או זוכר נקבה. ולבסוי לא ניבו אלו אחד, that's the זוכר, and that's what it says, also es אדם בלושן יוחיד. בשביל למדו אמר פרצוף, and הצלע is a פרצוף, היינו נכסיב, ויסגור בוסר תחתנו. Why? Because in the beginning was two פרצופים attached to each other, one was removed, he has to put בוסר תחתנו. אלו למדו אמר זונוב, there was a thing, מי ויסגור בוסר תחתנו? The Zonov was it's Iberik over there. Omar Abirmi ve'itemer Azid ve'itemer Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak lo nitzrecho elo lemno kohen chatach. There was took out the Zonov, so it was a small missing a small piece. And that piece, that scratch, that was the after the cross. Bishlam lemad Omar Zonov aynu d'chsiv va'even. Right, it says va'even Hashem lekim es hatzela. You had to build it, right? You had to build it into a isha. Was already created the parts. Why did he have to come to build? So the morning Rab Shimon ben Assi. The Rav Shimon ben Assi might see even as a chela melamed she kolo HaKadosh Baruch Hu lechavod. He came and he plaited the hair of Chavo before. Ve'avio leodom. Why? Because the Nechonami should be moitzechem beinov. Says the Gemara, where do we see it? That the Nechonami clear is va'even. Shekem bekach hayam koyur likli also. That means plaited thing. בנייסה, das ist schon דבר אחר, ואיבן, אומר אבחיז דבר מלמסיסין, תנא, מלמד, when there was חלק ממאדם הראשון, בנו הקדוש ברוך הוא לחבו, כבניין אויצר, מה אויצר זה? קוצו מלמעלו ורוחו מלמטו, כדי לקבל הפירויס, that means אויצר of פירויס, so you build it this way, this way, that you can come and throw in the peiros, and it can contain over there a lot of peiros. So the same thing when HaKadosh Baruch Hu created Chava was the same thing. Af isha ktsoro milemalo, v'rechovo milemato. Why? Because when she's pregnant, that she can come and be mekabel, kedei lekabel es ha-vlad. That's in the Gemara. Ve'vi'eo el Odom. The Emshech HaPsukim. Omar b'Yirmiyah ben Elazar melamed shenasa HaKadosh Baruch Hu shoishvin leodom. Shoishvin is with the chasna, you have shoishvinim. Shoishvin leodom harishon. Mikan lomdo toiro derech eretz. Sheyachzor godel im cotton be shoishvinois. Ve'al yeir aloi. Where do you see it? Because Baruch Hu came and he was the shoishvin of Odom harishon, so for sure, anyone else. Ulemando Omar says the Gemara. Ulemando Omar partzuf. If you demand the partzuf, and there was two partzufim for the Mauritian beginning, one side Zohar, one side Nekeva. Hey Minayu, which one of the two partzufim sage bereisha? Which was first? What was first? What was first? The man or the Baal or the Isha? What's the Omar Nachman Barito Mistabre? The Gavra, that was in front. Sage bereisha. He would walk, because it was in the front where he walks, and then in the back. So she was the whole time walking in reverse. It was
she's looking that way.
with two partzufim. One person Tupal Tufim. But the feet, what? If they decide to walk this way, no, she's going to start to walk this way, it would be a Ochem way. It would be a Ochem way. We didn't need the Rebbeinu to come to divide it.
I call it four-wheel drive.
So it was for sure. The goof was one goof. So where the feet were going to, this way or that way? Who was in front? That is the shine of the Gemara. Was Dupal Tufim. Who was in front? Says the Gemara, the man, Gavre, he was there first. The Gavre Bereisha, Tanya, Lo Yalech Odom. Why? Because the Tanya, Lo Yalech Odom, Achoyre Isho Baderech. And Mimele, Odom Moshe could not walk after his wife. Ve'afilu Ishtoi. And even his wife is no Isu Itzadadin, but it's a gnai for a person to go after the cotton. That's why Nizdamno Loi. What if Nizdamno Loi different Ashes Ish? That's what Rashi comes and explains. Ala Gesher, and it's a very very narrow thing, and you can't walk. Yesal that's Dodin. What means you should wait in the side till she passes. And Tosis says Im Rogil Bekach. Yes, if you look at Tosis, Pirush Im Rogil Bekach. Why? Because she's lifting up her clothes, and then he's going to come Sefer Love Day New. As Tosis says. Tonu Rabbanon. A person that's giving money to a woman from his hand to her hand. Kedei Stakeba. He's doing it in Nochanam because he wants to look at her. I feel yes beyond the Torah Masim Tovim Kemoish Rabbeinu lo Yinake Medino Shel Genu Shenemar Yad LeYad lo Yinoke Ra. A person that's Ra is lo Yinoke Medino Shel Genu. Omar Rav Nachman Monoyach was the father of Shimshon HaGibor. Amor Etzoyo. Where do we know that it was Amoret? Chsiv Vayokom Vayelech Monoyach Achre Ishtoi. And we learned before that lo Yalech Odom Achoyre Isho Ve'afilu Ishtoi. He didn't know this halacha. It was Amoretz. Maskiv lo Rav Nachman bar Yitzchok. Elo me'ato gam elkono. Dichsiv. Vayelech elkono achri ishtoi. Where's this pasuk? You know as a pasuk? So if you look at Toises over here, very short Toises. Shibushu. So Toises. Shibushu. Shei pasuk le bechol amikro. Chtrav ni as a pasuk. Ishto as a pasuk. So Toises comes and says over here, the Elo me'ato gam elkono. It doesn't say Vayelech elkono achri ishtoi. Ishto as a pasuk. The Yalkut beings steht der andere Apostel. Steht Vayelech Elkono al Beisoi. Elkono was a Novi. What's Beisoi? Beisoi zu Ishtoi. Okay. Vegabe Elisha. The Chsiv says over there Vayokom Vayelech Achareo after the Isha Shunamis. Ochename Achareo Mamesh. We said it's a Elo Achei Devoreo of the Shunamis Vachei Atzoso that she asked him, Elisha, to come to be Mechaya, the son. Ochename, also Legabi Manoyach, maybe we say that what? Achei Devoreo v'achei Atzoso. Omar Ravashi, why? Because he wanted to meet the Malach, right? She met the Malach. He wanted also to meet the Malach. Omar Ravashi, Uleman de Omar. Ulemay de Omar Rav Nachman Manoyach, Omar Oretz Oyo. Afilu, Beirav Nami lo yikoro. He didn't read even psukim that the babies read. That means Beirav means that the Noigos read. Why? Shenema, V'tok Omriko v'naro Yisov v'terkavno alagmali v'atelachno acharei oish. Ve'loi lifnei oish. He didn't go in front of the ish, acharei oish. Omar Yochanan. What if a person, he must go? He has two ways, and he must go in one of these ways. What should he do? Says the Gemara. Omar Yochanan. Achoirei ari. Person should go after a lion. Ve'loi achoirei isho. Ve'loi achoirei isho. And if the choice is between Achoyre Isho and Oivet Gechovim, Achoyre Isho v'lo Achoyre Oivet Gechovim. Achoyre Oivet Gechovim v'loi Achoyre Beis HaKnesses b'shor she'atzibur yispallim. Because it looks like he doesn't want to go into Beis HaKnesses. He's mevazed the Beis HaKnesses. V'lo yamoron elo deloi dore, that he's not carrying with him anything. He's not carrying with him. He's not carrying with him maso, but if he's carrying with him a maso, so it's a raya that he doesn't go to the Beis HaKnesses, not because he's mevazeh Beis HaKnesses, because v'lo yamoron elo deleke pischa achrine to the shul, but ke pischa achrine leneslom bo, because no chash of bisoin. V'lo yamoron elo delo rochiv chamre. He's not riding on a donkey; he's walking with his feet. Avol rochiv chamre leslom bo. V'lo yamoron elo delo malach tefillin. Avol malach tefillin leslom bo. You can go achoyer Beis HaKnesses. Omar Rav. That means zvuv is a very, very small creature. Ve'yoishev bein shnei mefatrei halev. Shnei mefatrei halev. That is this is what we say in Ochaname, the Nefesh HaChaim is marich on this. Nefesh HaChaim in Shar Gimel is marich that we say over there, Leiv Chochom be Yeminoi, and Leiv Ksil is Ochaname says over there, it's in the middle. He says the Leiv Chochom is be Yeminoi, but the Leiv Ksil is more to the middle. That's Yisha Shnei Mefat Chelev in the middle. He's saying that's for the Ksil. He's saying over there. Says the Shenema Zvuvei Movis Yav Ish Yabia Shem Elokeach. What means Yabia? Yabia means Mebabeya. It's bubbling. It's bubbling. That it comes and is ruining the good oil. Shmuel Omar Kemin Chito Udoime. This the Yitzorah. The Yitzorah is like a Chito. Shenema Lepetach Chatos Roivetz. And what's Chatos? Chatos Loshen Chito. Tolu Rabbanon Shtei Klois Ish Be'odom Achas Yiyatze Letoivo Ve'achas Yiyatze Lero. ומסתבר לטויבו לימינוי ולרוע לשמאלוי. דכסיב לב חוכם לימינוי ולב כסיל לשמאלוי. תנו רבנון. קלויוס יועצויס. לב מבין. לושן מחתך, the דיבור. פה גוימר, ends the דיבור. ושד מכניס ומויצי כל מיני מחל. קונה מויצי קויל, the voice comes out from the קונה. ריו שוי אבס כל מיני משקין. כובד קויס. Morez zoirekes boy tipo manichosoi, tchoil shoiche kukavon toichen, kevo sheino, af neoil, the person wakes up for the sheino, neil, a yoshen, neil, yoshen on neil, nimoik, voilech loi. Okay, we're gonna finish up here, it's already getting late, fine.